Hello friend, this is Ryan Hicks of TalkToProfit.com, and today I want to talk to you about a question that was posed to me about hard work. The person asked, I feel like hard work lowers my vibration and makes me frustrated. What can I do? Now, I don't have more information about what they view work or things like that, so I'll answer the question from a variety of angles, covering everything pretty much about this topic. But one of the first things you have to do is understand that no, work does not lower your vibration. If anything, it raises it. But, and this is a very important key, you might be doing something that lowers your vibration. So you're ascribing to work this job you have or whatever that is soul draining, or you're working around negative people, or you're doing something that you hate doing. But that has nothing to do with work. You have to set work aside. Understand it's a good, noble thing. It's an honor to be able to work. It's a blessing. But you might be engaged in activities that are not blessings, that are not good, that are not noble. And so you have to make some changes. Obviously, you must recognize that work is good because you say, what can I do? And you're understanding that there is some issue here for you to correct. So you probably already have the understanding that work is a good thing, but it may be that what you're doing is not so good. And this goes for many people, where they're in jobs they hate, working only because they need money, only for money, not because they love it. And you don't have to love what you do, but it needs to at least be something that you can like, that there are moments of enjoyment in it, and it doesn't make you miserable. And there's no one set thing for that, because there are people who like to mow lawns, and people like me, I don't like to mow my lawn. But there are other people who enjoy that. And I've given this example before of a person who was mowing my property, and we were talking, and he understood that I mainly worked out of my home and from offices, and he said he couldn't work inside all day. He loves being outside mowing lawns, and it was enjoyable for him. So what someone else may find joy in, don't go run after that, because it may not be something you would also find joy in. Everybody's different, has unique perspectives on things. So, and also don't fall in line with what somebody else thinks you need to do. If you have friends or family telling you need to be a doctor or an accountant, and those things are making you miserable, go do the thing you want to do. But I need to stress about this vibration part, that work is not lowering your vibration. Work should raise your vibration, because you should be getting accomplishments and things done. So maybe you need to structure your day in such a way that your vibration will stay raised and continue to be raised throughout the day. This could be as simple as doing the hardest thing first in the morning instead of putting it off to the end. Because oftentimes when you put things off to the end of the day, the big hard thing that needs to be done, you go through the rest of the day dreading up to this crescendo, this main event that you need to get done. So you're setting yourself up for a low vibration, not because you're working, but because the way you've structured your day to get the hardest thing done at the very last moment. So you're making the whole day be you dreading that thing you got to do at the end of the day. And that will lower your vibration, but once again, that has nothing to do with work. That has to do with the way you've structured things. And if your boss has set things up that way, go explain to them, can I do this big, hard goal first? If they won't allow you to just make your own changes, most of them will, as long as it gets done. If you have a boss that it has to micromanage and stuff, maybe you need to find somewhere else to work. But most bosses aren't going to care as long as the stuff that needs to be done is done. And if you do it in a different order than other people, and it makes you more productive, because I guarantee you, if you do the hardest thing first, you're going to be more productive throughout the day, because you're going to have that feeling of accomplishment, and you're going to be riding that high vibrational state throughout your day, which will cause more productivity. Instead of having this low vibration, oh, I got to do that thing later, dread that you're dragging yourself throughout the day, not being as productive as you could have been, because you started the day low vibration and you're continuing the day low vibration and ending it low vibration. Now, if everything's being done right, you're scheduling your day right, you're doing everything the correct way, you're in a high vibrational state, and when you go to work, it just starts dragging you down, then you need to be honest with yourself. Maybe you need to find another place of employment. Or, more importantly, I think, maybe you need to start your own business. This could be consulting, this could be a brick and mortar business, it could be anything, whatever would work best for you. But that might be something to consider. Don't go quit your job and say, well, I'm going to be in a high vibrational state when you're standing in an unemployment line. That's not going to be fun. But maybe consider that. Also, maybe consider, depending on where you work, there might be opportunities within that business to work in a different area that would actually be better for you and you might like more. Like the example I used of the guy whose business was mowing lawns, who enjoyed mowing lawns. And I didn't enjoy mowing lawns. That's why he was mowing my lawn. And here's the thing. Maybe you're doing something which is the equivalent of mowing the lawn that you don't like to do, but another position in that same company would be the thing you do like to do. And it would keep you in that high vibrational state. And it would put you around people more like you, so you would have more unity and more favor and have a better day. Now, I can't tell you this in a short video, what you're supposed to do. This is something that would come from your own heart. The leading of the Spirit would show you what to do. But I do know if you're going to work each day and you're doing all the things right, you're starting your day out in a high vibration. Now, if you're starting your day arguing with your kids, yelling at your wife or yelling at your husband or whatever, and then you're going to work, well, you haven't even given work the chance to sustain your high vibrational state because you're not coming to work in a high vibrational state. You're coming to work already drained, already in a bad mood, already in a low vibration. And so maybe the fact if you're coming to work in that state, that's creating a toxic environment for you, which then continues to lower your vibration. And it's not the work itself, it's not the job itself, it's the fact that you're coming in there with the wrong attitude. Listen, if you're going to work thinking this is going to be miserable, another bad day, oh, my boss is going to yell at me today, I know that, oh, that client's going to be bad. If you're going with that mindset, you've already set yourself up for failure. You're the one creating that low vibrational state in that condition because you've chosen that. You've chosen to meditate and think and prophesy words of doom and gloom upon yourself. And then you want to blame the job, want to blame the work for the results that you've been believing for, that you've been speaking forth and prophesying for yourself and for others there at the job. Now, if you've ever seen somebody at a job that seems like it wouldn't be enjoyable, and yet they're whistling, they're happy, maybe you need to take a page from their book of wherever you are, you're doing things under the Lord, you're in a high vibrational state, you're happy, you're joyful for life, you're blessed and honored to be able to work. And when you approach it that way, you might find all those negative situations at work and with clients or whatever it may be just disappear. Because maybe a lot of that was self-caused. And I know people don't want to hear that. They want to hear it's everybody else's fault. And maybe it is. Maybe just everyone at your work is the problem. All the clients are awful. Maybe that's the case. But then if that's the case, why do you keep going there? Go find another place of employment or go start your own business and get out of that toxic environment. But be sure that you're not in any way contributing to that toxic environment because so many people are doing that. And I've known of people who I've counseled in this to just go with a high vibrational state, expecting the best from work. When you think about those people who've been in trouble, think nice, good, positive things about them only. Don't even allow for a second any negative thoughts. And they do that each day. Within a week, their work seems like a completely new environment. Now, part of that's themselves because they've changed themselves and how they're viewing and how they're projecting out into the world. But it does change things. If you'll believe and you'll operate in faith and you'll start with the high vibrational state and believe and be positive and uplifting and edifying, don't get in those conversations that you know drag you down, that you know make someone else mad. Don't argue with your boss over some minor little thing. Be agreeable, be positive, be upbeat, and you'll find all these little arguments and debates and problems throughout the day dissipate and go away. My friend, I pray this video is a blessing for you, and I pray that you will operate in a high vibrational state and have the best life you possibly can. May God bless you richly.